Puka, can you just walk us through just what you were going through early in the game, having to leave with the injury, come back, and how did you find a way to settle back in?
Yeah, try to come back in here and make sure I could count to 10 on my hands. Come back in here, I felt like my face was on my face mask, and I was standing up, and it was just all the way down here to the left. But just got some quick stitches, and then got back out there, and then but just trying to find the rhythm and get back in and get warm back up. You come back in, and they got the AC blowing on here. I'm laying on the cold training room table, no bodies in here. Got cold real fast, but it was exciting to go back out there and to hit somebody all over again and be like, yeah, this is what I prepared for.
How about you guys you and Devontae getting 19 of the 29 targets in game one? I know they want to get it in your hands, but just talk about that chemistry early on and how important that's going to be all season long.
Yeah, I think it speaks to how well Matthew prepares and our coaches and the game plan that we put in for this week. I was super excited when we're going through the practice week and you're all right on Wednesday, this is what we got on Thursday, and you're feeling really confident walking into Saturday night walkthroughs and being like, all right, we're going out there to execute, and we feel pretty confident with the ammo that we have loaded up for the game plan. So it was super fun, and then just for the big boys to trust us and to find that extra second in the down to make sure that we can't do the ball down the field.
Because if everything that it was your 6-yard catch completion from him that got him to his past 60,000 career passing yards. Just when you think about him reaching that accomplishment, like how's that resonate with you?
Yeah, it was actually pretty funny. He came up to me. He was like, "Man, I'm glad the ball went to you." And I was like, "Oh yeah, like thanks for like." I was like, "I'm pretty sure the play was supposed to come to me." and then as he says that, I like look up on the big screen and it's like, "Oh, Matthew Stafford just passed 60,000." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, brother. I told you this time." I was like, I understand why you said that. I'm like, I'm grateful because I think it was funny. The next, I didn't say this to him, but I was like, the rookie record was Carson Wentz. We got a break in San Fran, so it's nice that one of those will have Matthew Stafford who can do attack too.
Obviously, you never want to get injured, but how much pride do you take in making some of those tough plays across the middle of the field?
100%. I think the little brother in me, like as much as it is to smile in the defender's face when you get back up and you catch that ball, and it's also to my big brothers as well, and being like, man, all those times they paid off. The bounce up game came from them for sure.
What did you think about the way that guys like Steve and Bo also battled on the line, either through injury or Bo bouncing around on your side?
100%. I know when I was getting ready to come in here, Steve had come in not too later, and then you're back in the huddle, and we're getting ready to break, and we're fist bumping, dapping up everybody, and then you see him back out there. And so I think there's a toughness that our group had kind of earned from each other during our training camp days of going against each other and knowing that we were preparing ourselves for this moment. And it's always fun because you know there are bumps and bruises that come along the way, but to be able to get back up and get ready to hit somebody all over again, is something that we need.
Puka, complementary football is such a big thing here, obviously. How do you describe when the offense was a little rusty at times, seeing what the defense was doing today?
Yeah, I think it's motivation to come back out there after watching an offense who you know has great weapons as well. The struggle on third downs and the ability for them to get off the field. So you're confident going back on the field. Like, man, our defense is giving them momentum. They're trying to get it to swing our way. So it's that extra motivation to go out there and perform and execute, because you know there are some plays where out there they felt like they were out there for 15 plays. So we're trying to make sure that we can get them off the field, and when we go out there, we can execute to play the two-way game to make sure everybody can thrive out there.
And have you ever had stitches in a game and come back in?
No, I don't think I've taken too many shots like that one. I was like, I know Henry from before. We played in the Polynesian All-Star game, and you know it's never a good sight when you see a linebacker square to you.
So you are playing with stitches.
Honestly, I'm not sure. I just remember I felt like my whole chin strap and everything was not connected to my helmet. I knew I was bleeding somewhere. Tay was talking to me, and I was like, there's blood, and I don't know where it's coming from. Please tell me.
You are playing with stitches. Is that in your head at all, or are you able to just play football normally?
Try to play football as normally. There was some padding and covering that was covering the eye a little bit, but then it was like, man, I'm going out here. Hopefully these stitches are doing their job because I'm not hesitating to hit somebody else.
Puka, with the toughness and physicality that you bring not only to the wide receiver room but to the team, why was it important for you to get back out on the field?
Yeah, well, I love playing this game of football. The excitement and the want to hit somebody as much as, you take a couple shots here and there. My excitement to go out there and hit somebody and be able to play with the physicality that I enjoy playing the game of football with is something that drives me to get back out there, and especially early on in the game and knowing that it was something quick and I was able to go back out there. I wanted to be out there as fast as possible for the guys.
Were you looking for an opportunity to get your leg back?
On a linebacker, those ones are tough. You never want to look out for those guys because then you feel like you're kind of tiptoeing, and then that's when they get you again. So I'm sure it'll come in another way, but I wasn't trying to run back for him.
Are you
Okay, you
surprised you
talked
weren't
about-
able to get more points, on the board today? How much of that is a week one thing, like you're still figuring this out?
Yeah, I think definitely a little bit of a week one thing, but then also just trying to figure out what the defense is doing. They're making adjustments to what we're doing out there at the same time, and for everybody to communicate and be on the same page. I trust Matthew to always go out there and make the right call, whether it's Canada play or learn to something else for a pass concept. But when we all go out there, we trust Nine to get us in that zone.
Right,
Can you talk-
Davis Allen battled through a back last year, really hampered him. What did it mean to see him come out, get on the board early this season, and just the way he's working through camp too?
Yeah, the general, as somebody who we came in as rookies together, and I've always been a big fan of his game. So to see him go out there and be able to execute and get the first one up there is super exciting. And then I think it just speaks to how well that tight end room has been playing together. I think from Big Higgs leading the way, and then Kobe and T. getting in there as well. So it's been a good competition between those four, and they compete really well. And they communicate. I think is the biggest thing for somebody they were seeing a lot of nickel to our 12 personnel and stuff like that. So trying to figure out and make sure we're going to the right guys and communicating is something that they all do really well.
Can you talk about not playing in the preseason, but now to play in game one? The game shape physicality of the game, do you feel like maybe a couple of games down the road, did everybody become like really into the physical part of the game?
I feel like Coach does a really good job of making sure we get enough one-on-one reps during the week, so we get some good on good, and we get a chance to see what that physicality kind of looks like. And obviously trying to take care of our guys, but I definitely do enjoy being on the preseason sideline and watching the guys out there and seeing the young folks try to play, and it feels good for my knees. So I enjoy that.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.